Support.
The maestro, please!
Alright, we're starting to pick up a little bit. Summer's bringing the heat again. This will be for the week of
July 22nd, 2023.
On this day in music, back in 1987, Appetite for Destruction, the debut album of Guns N' Roses, would be released. Having the hit singles Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, and Sweet Child O' Mine, it would go on to become one of the best-selling albums of all time. The 7th best, as a matter of fact. One of the best-selling albums globally, and would even still be today the best-selling debut album. No new classical albums at all on the chart this week, given the Miyazaki stuff's gonna be hard to beat.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Live album from Khruangbin, playing in Radio City Music Hall. Used to seeing them on the rock charts, but now they're here on the jazz charts, possibly due to the fact that they're billed alongside Nubya Garcia, a fantastic saxophone player. Yet another one from the original Jazz Classic series, this time the Bill Evans Trio's 1962 Waltz for Debby, Debby being Bill Evans' niece. This would also be the last time we heard from Bill Evans' trio in this form, with him obviously on piano, Paul Motion on drums, and Scott LaFaro on bass.
Singing,
I love rock and roll!
Second studio album from Dominic, Fike, and for those wondering, yes, Mona Lisa, the track that was on the deluxe version of the soundtrack to the Across the Spider-Verse movie, is indeed on this album as well.
It's bigger than hip hop, hip hop.
So geeked up your dance cap. So geeked up your dance cap. She bossed up, but I put on.
Studio album number 3 from LUCKI, following up 2022's Flawless Like Me. This was a quick turnaround too. Announced it on July 5th, released 2 days later, and here we are talking about it 2 weeks later. Nothing in the top 5 this week, but Rufus Du Sol had a live album pop up on here at number 12. Don't see many of those on the dance and electronic charts.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
it must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
I would talk about this album, but this is probably not the Taylor Swift album you want to hear about. Again, continued to be impressed that it has this level of staying power. Well, I guess I can talk about the deluxe edition of this album. Includes 3 additional tracks, Las Morras, PRC, and Tulum. In case you weren't overwhelmed the first time, you can give it another listen through.
I know that last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said.
I was gonna say, there was no way this was gonna be at number 1 this week.
You need to hear me out, and they said speak now.
This was the Taylor Swift album you were waiting for me to talk about. Has the entirety of the original album, as well as Ours and Superman from the deluxe edition of the original Speak Now album. Obviously, Taylor's version has a bunch of stuff from the vault as well. 6 additional tracks, 1 featuring Fall Out Boy and 1 featuring Hayley Williams. And if that wasn't enough, there's of course a deluxe edition of the Taylor's version, which has Dear John that she did live from Minneapolis and Last Kiss that she did live from Kansas City. So like I said, picking up a little bit, come back next week when we're still inevitably talking about Speak Now Taylor's version.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro,